One thing you might not know about me is I've got a twin brother. Nobody knows what he looks like, but he looks like Paul Walker.
You thought this was gonna be a street fight?
You could say the first time I was paid as an actor, I was 7 years old, and I was only paid $20 a week. And I remember having enough to get Ray's Pizza and feeling like I was rich. I played one of the kids that got lost in this museum. The play was called Dinosaur Door. It was a field trip of kids that went to the Museum of Natural History, and then the Museum of Natural History comes alive. I guess it's not unlike Night at the Museum, but 30 years earlier. Long before I was in movies, when I used to drive from New York City as a teenager down to Miami, I'd rent a car and I'd just try to drive and somewhere around North Carolina, you always got a ticket. And when I was a bouncer in New York, I had a GSXR. I used to do 160 miles an hour on the turnpike on a motorcycle. So once you do that, the speed in a car is never that harrowing.
They created a monster.
Groot character is so unique because speaking with the limitations of just those 3 monosyllabic words, but trying to layer that with some promise of other meaning, of more meaning, is where the nuance comes in.
I am Groot.
He needed to have this kind of formidable voice while allowing for some innocence. I was inspired by my 3-year-old son at the time, so I always imagined that the character would have to connect to a child. The first time I got the script for the first Fast and Furious movie, Universal had just released Pitch Black. It was because of Pitch Black that they wanted me to be in this movie called Red Line at the time. And I went to meet with Rob Cohen. He described to me one shot. He described to me the shot where the camera goes through my eyes, down my arm, and into the car. And I thought it was such a cool image, and I'd never seen anything like it, that I signed on to do the movie. And then when I got the script, coming from New York theater, I was very particular about scripts, and I expected them all to be works of creation. And I had a meeting with them, and I said, we have to make this script a whole lot better. As a producer, we were successful in one-upping the action sequences and continuing that theme of travel that we've explored in the last 3 films. What the world won't anticipate is how emotionally powerful the movie is. The most important thing in life will always be the people right here, right now. That's what's real. Head of the studio, Ron Meyer, often said when Fast 5 came out and Fast 6 came out, if there was no number attached to these movies, they would be contenders for Best Picture. When people see Furious 7, they're going to agree. This time it ain't just about being fast. It doesn't even feel like a movie in some ways. It feels like something more.
This right here takes crazy to a whole nother level.